Hey, what's going on, everyone? Soul here, and welcome to the much anticipated 5th anniversary stream recap from the global development team here, January, whatever the date is today, 2023. Yes, the 5th anniversary of DFFOO Global is almost upon us. It's very, very close, and so, understandably, lots of people were excited to see what festivities were in store. First and foremost, I want to give a big shout out to my friend Galano PCB for the slides as always. Thank you, sir. Link to his channel will be in the description below. And also the link to the Twitter, the Omnia Twitter, and Twitch. So if you want to watch the original stream, those links will be in the description below as well. So you can check those out as you please. But yeah, enough dawdling, enough talking. Let's get started, guys. So first and foremost, from the stream, we have a message from the producer. Happy 5th anniversary to Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia. Once again, we owe everything to all your support. Truly, thank you so very much. The many requests from our global version players have led to the implementation of improvements across the game systems and content, even for the Japanese version as well, and have helped make this game an even better one. While there are still requests that we are unable to respond to, we will strive toward making DFFOO a more enjoyable and more rewarding experience for you all. Thank you again for your continued support, Jin Fujiwara. This is one of the things that I really like about these anniversary streams, is that we actually hear from the producer themselves. And then, in years past, we had the fan questions answered. That wasn't a thing this year. But it's still nice hearing from the producer and him, showing a little bit of his human side and thanking the fans, because the fans are what keep this thing going. Without us, this game wouldn't exist. So here's hoping it lasts longer and maybe freshens things up along the way. So with the 5th anniversary campaign starting January 31st till March 2nd, we have a free 50+1 draw with a guaranteed burst. This banner will feature all bursts, forces, LDs, and EX weapons released prior to January 26th. An additional 50+1 draw ticket will be available from a one-time gem bundle. So if you buy said gem bundle, you'll get the bundle of gems and also another 50+1 draw. There's going to be a daily free multi-draw, up to 30 total, on that banner, which includes all forces, LDs, and EX weapons released prior to the 26th. And an additional 14 free first multi-draws on select banners for a whopping 535 free draws total. I've said it once, I've said it 10 times, I'll say it a goddamn 100 times more. This is the most generous gacha that I have ever seen in my entire life. This gacha team, this dev team, say what you will about the content and how spaced out it is, but the dev team themselves, this game is so generous. It's ridiculously generous, and it's 535 free draws. That is fucking crazy. Good on you, devs. Good on you. So we're getting a campaign with this and Dare to Defy. 3 times cycle quest rewards character appearance, of course. 2 times experience for all characters, of course. Double radiant artifact token drops, which actually I might go in there with an auto clicker and just do that for a while, because yeah, I need to fill back up my artifact tokens there. Triple effect support item sale, carbuncle treasure, login bonus sticker and status badge. There's going to be anniversary status badges, and Dare to Defy is making its return. Now, I think this Dare to Defy is going to go a lot better with people, because now that we're into Shinryu era quite a bit now, we have a lot more units that we can use to tackle these stages, and I think it's going to be a lot more of a fair experience for players, because now, whereas the first Dare to Defy dropped immediately at the start of Shinryu era, and it was an absolute slog if you didn't get those early forces, now we've had some time to accumulate some forces, so should be a much better experience. For those that don't remember, Dare to Defy are Shinryu quests with character lockouts. Going to take on Shinryu quests based on the month's event bosses. New quest and character boosts added with each event. Character boosts will apply to previous quests when added. So essentially, when a new event is added, that character synergy will then be added to the pool of Dare to Defy quests. So this is a new feature. Perfect clearing certain Dare to Defy quests will clear their corresponding event Shinryu quest if unlocked and still available, so you don't have to do both Shinryus, You don't have to do both of them. You can just do the one, and you're good to go. Going to earn high power stones and 4 stone fragments based on number of simultaneous perfect clears, and a perfect clear all 7 for an exclusive status badge. Now that Dragon Wing, that looks really cool. I like that a lot, and that's probably going to be my status badge moving forward. Unless, of course, I decide to do something else, which I think is on the next slide. We're going to get another start dash draw reset. First, multi-draw free. Current players, it'll be re-available for 7 days from their first login after the 31st, and new players will be available for 7 days from account creation. Co-op first meet reset and limit increase to 25, which means you can get up to 5,000 gems now for playing with random players. Everyone's costumes are going to be available with some gem bundles, new warrior gem sales, so current players, it'll be available for 14 days from first login after January 31st, and for new players, it'll be available for 14 days from account creation. So if for some reason you're watching this video and you don't have an account, or if you took a break and you're thinking about maybe coming back, this banner would be a good way for you to load up on some pro tag gear. We're also getting a Portal app campaign. What else is there to say here? I do think it is worth mentioning that if you get the 1,100,000 point tier, we're getting some enhancement points. That's pretty good. That also tells me that 1,200,000 tier might actually be something really good, because clearly they're ramping the rewards up for the 5th anniversary. So if you've ever thought about maybe doing this, now's probably the time so we get to those really nice rewards. With that said, we are now on the cusp of the global first. So I, unlike prior years, did not have prior information on what this global first was until right at the very end, right before it was revealed. So I was in the dark like everyone else. And oh boy, if I had to guess, if I just had to take a guess, the reaction to this character is going to be levels of Balthier and Vincent LD reaction. But you know what? There was a trailer on Twitter, so let's just dive right into that, and you can see all of this character's stuff in their glory.
Tasketai. 届け! それ! 先行よ!
燃えとけ！おー！逃げんな！
よし、頑張ろう！
盾ごとの音色を落ち着いて。
よし！
心に響け！
私だって。はあ！さよなら！容赦しないよ！いっけー！頑張ろう！みんなを守る！えい！容赦しないよ！いっけー！意外とやるでしょ？
Yes, the global first is Penelo, getting her force and her burst weapon, her costume from Tactics A2 Grimroar of the Rift, which actually I really like that costume. That art is really beautiful. I think they did a great job. She's also getting a rework. So here's all of her information. I'm not going to read all of this because, dear fucking God, there's a lot. So if you want to read this, then you can just pause on the slide. And there you go, more stuff that you can pause on. Awesome. Now, her force ability I will read, because I think this force is really, really good. Removes party debuffs, restores party's HP by 80% of max, grants party Brave 500% of her own Int Brave, restores one use of her Skill 1 and Skill 2, instant turn rate, and a force time starting HP damage bonus of 150%. She gives, so the party will get 20% if the party has over 10 buffs on party member's turn, so 10 buffs total. 25% for Brave restored at party member's turn, and 25% for HP restored at start of party member's turn. So this force is extremely flexible. You can slot her into just about any comp, and this force is going to do just fine. And she is able to supercharge this thing, her force gauge, like Hope can with his. So if you don't have Hope, and you've been kicking yourself for missing Hope, then Penelo, I think, is going to be an absolutely excellent alternative if that's what you want to go after. With that being said, her burst details now. I'm not going to read like the burst finisher stuff itself. I will read off the effect though. So party-wide effects. So Brave gain plus 50% to the party. Overflow Brave gain plus 30%. Brave damage plus 50%, Brave damage limit plus 30%, HP damage plus 20%, and HP damage limit plus 30%. It'll also increase the Brave by 20% of Penelo's HP damage limit after each HP attack on hit, which is interesting. She also gets a transformed HP attack, which lasts for the duration of her burst effect. So it's not just like a one-use thing and it goes away. No, it's for all 8 turns, so she could use her HP attack 8 times if she wanted to. So it's kind of like Machina's HP Plus, where it's a bunch of light melee hits, but with a bunch of dumps. Whole bunch of things going on there. What's really interesting to me is that she grants the party these buffs. So speed up, HP regen, Brave regen, and attack up. And then she also extends her Waltz Step and Roomba Step, or whichever one she has active, by 1 turn. So she's able to constantly keep buffing the party, even if you decide to keep her in that kind of offensive HP attacking role. And it's also going to make her own personal burst phase, so if you decide to use her actual burst phase with her, it's going to make her actually a really strong damage dealer with that burst effect up. She's going to be doing some pretty heavy damage if you have her fully built. So the devs did a little thing here. So there were actually some clues for Penelo being the global first here. And apparently there were also clues last year for Garnet being the global first. So Exhibit A, there were 2 clues here with the Fell Angel event. Clue 1, this iteration of Ultima the High Seraph is from Final Fantasy XII. Fell Angel is the name of the title given for defeating Ultima. And Clue 2, defeating Ultima the High Seraph in Final Fantasy XII Revenant Wings unlocks the Dance of Rapture quickening for Penelo, the animation of which was inspiration for Fatal Dance, and ability inspiration for Liberty's Minasang? Sure. And Exhibit B, the actual, so that if you clicked on the tips section in the Fell Angel event, they actually, their wording here was a hint for Penelo. And I'll read this to you guys here. Her force builds up at a really quick pace, referencing Penelo's speed and charge of the force gauge, while she waltzes through the air, regen waltz. Deleting and delaying her steps will not fare. Roomba step and waltz step. Make haste, else her health will be refilled to green. Haste Roomba. Strike her 10 times before she acts twice. 10 plus 2 equals 12. I recommend water or ice, referencing Penelo's ripple/snow motifs. Breaking her with ice magic is what you require. Referencing Resplendence's finisher. Its passing is nothing but evanescence. Which, of course, is that the... Well, I say of course. I think that's the name for EX, right? It might not be. I don't know. I don't really know Penelo lore that much. Sorry. But yeah, apparently, there you go. All the clues right in front of us. We need only open our eyes and see the truth. And with this Penelo and all this stuff happening, this is all happening on the 31st of January, by the way. We're also getting an anniversary retweet campaign. Retweet Penelo's Burst Force video for rewards. For goal for 500 retweets, we get all those goodies shown there. And when I last checked, I think we were already at like 375 or something right around there. So, getting pretty close. And this is me recording like an hour after the stream, or 2, something like that. So, we'll definitely hit that. Also, on January 31st, yes, we're still going. We're getting Crevasse Grace Descending. So, for those that don't remember Crevasse, you pick your poison with player set codes. Select an assortment of codes to customize the stage to your liking. So there's going to be a separate normal and hard difficulties with separate code sets in point tiers. Normal difficulty will have 1 Cosmos, 2 Chaos, and 3 Lufinia, and hard difficulty will have 3 Lufinia Plus and 3 Shinryu. They're actually bringing Lufinia Plus back. It's interesting. Cosmos and Lufinia Plus. It's strange that they got rid of it and now they're immediately bringing it back for this event. So there's also going to be Force Gauge effect codes for Shinryu quests. Earn various rewards, including limited time status badges based on point totals. So these status badges are actually kind of neat. I like the normal one, the Lufinia Orb, and then I don't know what the hard one is, but that looks really cool. I'm either going to use the Dragon Wing or that one. I have been asking, pleading, screaming into the void for as long as I can remember for us to get some actual like status badges of art or like things in the Final Fantasy games. And so getting some things that aren't like, oh, a block of wood, here's a chair, here's an ice cube, here's an umbrella. Having actual like things that I care, or that things that look good, that we can actually pick from, is a nice step up from the usual lawn chair, Home Depot levels of fodder we've had prior. There's going to be triple burst, double force draw banners, 2 of them. Penelo Burst Force will be featured on both. First multi-draw free on both banners, and we're going to have a limited time co-op. The Grace Descending includes Lufinia co-op, and Lufinia, not Shinryu, rework and force level for Laguna and Y'shtolo. Now, you'll see here up next to the date, January 31st, Dare to Defy until March 13th. So, there's 7 Dare to Defy stages total. This is the first one. So if you pay attention on these next couple slides, each event that follows will be part of that Dare to Defy event format. So my suggestion to all of you guys, and something that I'll be doing myself, is that I'm going to actually be going onto YouTube, looking up these Shinryu stages of the events that we're going to be getting here shortly, and just trying to see who people use and seeing what the bosses do, and then trying to form my Dare to Defy comps from there. Because again, we do deal with lockouts and Dare to Defy, so having some prior knowledge of what's coming will help me plan out my comps and probably be a good boon. So I recommend you guys do the same. Anniversary gem sales, we are getting the Moogle Pan, which is a dagger bundle, and we're also getting the Cactar gun skin as well. Additional 50+1 draw ticket available from one-time gem bundle. I think they already mentioned that. I don't know why they're mentioning that again. Limited time offer, gems on sale, all those goodies, and then Koopa cards, Mini 2 and Mini 3 are going to be a thing as well. We're finally off of the 31st. Oh my god, I swear there's like 30 things going on at the 31st. But we're moving on. February 6th, second Dare to Defy event. We are getting... Does that say Sloopy? Sloppy. Oh god, I thought it said Sloopy. Sloopy Provisioner. I thought it said Sloopy Prisoner. Sloopy Prisoner. Jessie's event. She's going to be getting a Force weapon. First multi-draw free on both banners. Penelo Burst will be featured on one, and Snow Burst featured on the other. And Snow will also be getting his Force enhancements. So, February 9th, we are getting Seise's Lost Chapter, the third Dare to Defy Shinryu stage. The Power of Tenacity. Seiss is getting her Force. First multi-draw free on both banners. Penelo Burst featured on one, and Garbage Shit Trash on the other. Rework Force levels for Seiss and Shit. World of Illusion Spiritus Ramuh on February 14th. This is the fourth Dare to Defy stage. Ash, Force, and Burst will be featured here. Ramuh's level cap raised to 50, or more Spiritus points to active Moogle Pass, blah 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 blah. Lufinia Co-op, a Seed to the Deep to Enmity. Okay, now, here's something very, very interesting with this event. We're also getting, as you can see on the right-hand side here, Someone's Burst featured on one of the banners, and Ash and Someone's Force is going to be featured on both. So, Josh specifically went out of his way to say that this is a surprise. So, we don't know if this is a character that is on, like, being moved up. We don't know if this is a completely new character. We have no idea. This could be a Balthier Vincent situation where you had both of them drop in the same anniversary period, or it might just be someone, again, being moved up. We don't know. People that are coping over Penelo dropping have hope. Maybe we have something interesting coming up here. But yeah, I'm very curious to see what that's going to be. First multi-draw free on both banners, and Ash is getting a rework. Now, they only specifically mention Ash getting the rework, so that leads me to think that this is a new character. Because I really can't think of any characters in the game, I can't think of many anyway, that would debut with a Force and Burst weapon that wouldn't need a rework to function properly in Shinryu era. So I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. It gets the old brain, the old thinker going. I'm curious. I'm very curious to see what that mystery person is. Heretic Event, February 20th. This is another Dare to Defy event. Execute, neutralize, opposition. Straggle Force will be debuting here. First multi-draw free on both banners. Ash Burst featured on one. And Questions Burst featured on the other. Strago and Questions Force featured on both. And Strago is getting a rework. I'm really considering giving Strago blue and chasing his Force because, my god, I really did have some fun with him. Alphino almost convinced me to blue him way back when, and I didn't, just because he didn't get that base kit rework aside from his EX. But I'm really considering it. Strago was mad fun, so I might do it. I might treat myself. We'll see. February 23rd, DET Tier 13 and a support campaign. So this is another Dare to Defy event. We are getting Tier 13 of Dramatics and Transcendence. Limited time co-op missions, DET support missions until March 9th. Dark Knight Cecil is getting a Force and Burst weapon. First multi-draw free on both banners. We're getting a Curious Grin token challenge, and this is going to have a Lufinia co-op. Cecil Dank Force featured on both banners. Cloud Burst will be featured on one of the banners as well. Rework and Force enhancement for Cloud, and a rework for Dank Cecil. I'm very excited about that Cloud rework. That Cloud rework is going to be spicy. I haven't used him in quite a while. Actually, no, I take that back. I think I did just use him when we had that like boss rush where we had to defeat the boss a certain number of times from like the COD Shinryu. I used Cloud there against in the Save for Sephiroth fight. And against single targets, he can still do some nice damage, but yeah, he definitely could use an upgrade, so I'm happy he's getting one. And then finally, February 27th, Intersecting Will's Kuja, the final Dare to Defy event. Kuja is going to be getting a Force here. First multi-draw free on both banners. Dank Knight Cecil's Burst featured on one, and Kuja Burst featured on the other. And Kuja is also getting a rework. And that, my friends, is the stream. So, yeah, like I said, for this Dare to Defy event, I know some people really got overwhelmed with it last time. It's going to be much easier this time. We have a lot more options this time around. We have a lot more Force weapons at our disposal now. So I feel like we have a lot more options this time. And again, I do recommend, if you have the time or the desire to, go onto YouTube and then look up some of these runs, see who people use, see what the bosses did, and then try and plan out your comps in advance. That'll save you a lot of time and stress. This mystery person right here with Ash, dropping with Ash, I was already going to draw for Ash's Force and Burst. But the fact that this mystery person is dropping at the same time, well, that really, I don't know. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm very excited. I can't wait to see it. Sice, of course. Jessie, I know a lot of people are excited for her. And then Crevasse coming back is pretty hype. I'm excited to have it back. And then Penelo, of course, getting all of her stuff. She has some really, really nice auras now. She's like a super Force gauge charger, can really do some crazy damage. So again, she would be a great hope alternative in terms of just being able to just bum rush the bar and raise it up if you don't have him. And yeah, aside from that, guys, just a shit ton of freebies here. Dare to Defy is coming back. The 50+1 draw with the guaranteed burst. 535 free draws. Give it up for the devs, man. Give it up for Anniversary. They always go hard at Anniversary, and this year's no different. So it's really, really neat. Happy to see it. But yeah, that's going to be it for me, guys. So down below, let me know what you guys are excited for. Yeah, I will see you guys here in the next video here very soon. Until then, everyone, please take care of yourselves, and I'll see you again very soon. See you later.